Hello NetRealm, I'm RedParagonG, and I am very overdue for this. You'll notice that I haven't done many update videos lately. That's because I feel I haven't lived up to them. I'll just go ahead and get this out of the way first. I took a break. I took a break from uploading to focus on my mental health. I've mentioned this before, but I have anxiety problems, so I wanted to try and manage it while I work on my videos. As of writing this, I am meditating. I started doing it the week before, and I try to do it twice a day. It's not a perfect process, but I became aware of things I normally wouldn't if I hadn't meditated. I humbled myself, and I want to come back to YouTube with this new mindset. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's begin the update. I'll start by revealing some more details on my upcoming Machinima remake. It's actually one of my No Hiatus November entries, To Tame the Beast in Me. I originally made it in 2020 just to practice camera angling, though I saw potential in it years later and wanted to expand upon it. This project steadily evolved as I worked, but I think I'm getting close to being done. I'm not sharing a release date though, since I want it to be fully ready before I can release it. This will also apply to other projects I've mentioned, such as the only non-Machinima I have, Project 3 Era Lennis. I'm currently working on a new bonus episode, one that will revisit some old Fakemon. That being said, I haven't added any new months in a while, so the next main episode will focus on new faces, particularly ones that fit in a certain category. I'll talk more when I finish the bonus episode, however. There are some big changes coming to the project that I'll discuss there. Now let's talk about some projects that have been just as overdue for a revisit. The first one used to be a series, my longest in fact, but in recent years I found it hard to see it through to the end, especially now since I feel it shouldn't have gone this far in the first place. In the Ultimate Lab. This project lasted from 2019 to 2021, ending unofficially with the Kazuya episode. There were episodes planned for Korn, Yoshi, and Sora before it quietly disappeared. And while I commended myself for trying, I can't look back at it now without cringing. Seriously, what in Siren's name was I thinking? Beating up CPUs does not make good content, like, at all. And why didn't I let it go sooner? I don't care if this was practice for storytelling. I had a better project for that! Sorry about that. I'm just disappointed in myself. I can't believe I thought all of this would work back then. So you know what? It's time for a change.
Skip it up.
I'm getting rid of that series and I'm turning it into a one-off. I call it Ultimate Lab, the full concoction. This will be a narrative/storybook style machinima. What's left of the original will be refitted into this format, along with a few additions. So far this logo is the only thing I can share with you, but know that it'll be quite different from the series you know and love. Or hate, depending on who you are. Next is another one-off machinima. This one's actually the tutorial I teased back in 2022 as part of my Wants to Battle entry. It's also the special project I mentioned during Smashing 13's E13 video. I can now comfortably reveal that it has a name. Guidance. This project is close to completion as well, but I've hit a wall with it and haven't had much time to focus on it. Like with Full Concoction, a logo is all else I can properly share without spoiling. But it's been in my log for longer than 2022, and it'll likely show when it's ready for release. Finally, I'd like to address a project that's arguably my most anticipated. A project that has gotten me so close to a community so dear to me. And on that note, let's reconnect with some old friends. That's right, NetRealm. I'm going to remake Smash Connects, my breakout series from 2020. It's hard for me to do this since it's not terrible as is. But I got too excited, didn't plan enough, and gassed out after my second short. There were a lot of ideas I had that didn't make it, and there was a lot I could have done differently today. So that's why I'm going through with this rework. It'll still be text-based, as I feel there aren't enough good text machinimas out there. But I want to improve other aspects of the show that I couldn't before. For example, I want to show character expression without the use of mods, and I want the series to have a balance between being episodic and serialized. What this means is that the story gets more prominent with each episode. It's going to be a long process, but I want to make sure it's the best I can possibly make it. I've already remade some assets, and I started working on episode 1's new script, but I don't want to work on any episodes right now until I'm completely satisfied with what I have. Being involved in machinima has taught me a lot, not only about video editing, but also myself and my limits. I sometimes mask my feelings out of fear or ego. Creating stuff is one of the only things I'm really good at, and I hold myself in high regards for it. But because of that, I put pressure on myself to make good stuff, even though I do it as a hobby. I'm a tryhard, basically. I'm now realizing just how unhealthy this habit is, especially since I have little experience everywhere else. That's why I took a break and started meditating. Before then, I rarely thought about myself or the consequences of my actions, and doing so made me feel vulnerable. I wanted to take as much time as I could to clear my mind, and I'm slowly getting better as I go along with it. Rebooting my brain will especially help with rebooting connects. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That was a lot to unpack, wasn't it? But I hope you look forward to my future regardless. If you want to catch up on things elsewhere, check out my socials. Links to everything will be in the description. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified of new uploads. This has been RedParagonG, and remember folks, may the light of Sirenth guide us on our quest through life. See you next time.